So I feel like I gotta get in a rambling mode to do this video, but we're just gonna let it spew. So for people who are on the semen retention journey, what they won't really tell you about is sex demons and things like that. So like I search around and I see a lot of topics on people talking about like what if you have wet dreams and things like that. Well, I feel you because I've been in the same kind of boat. But what I feel like it is like, and this plays into a whole lot of things. So what I feel like it is like, it's almost like a test, you know, you got to get your mind right before you go to sleep. But like, it's weird because the first, not really first few nights, but like, there's been times where like I would have a wet dream. I'm like, damn, come on now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a month, maybe 2 months in at that point in time. I'm like, why am I even going down that route? But it was more so like a lesson, so to speak. And then recently, just a few nights ago, I've been visited multiple nights in these different dreams. But the thing is, um, I feel like my subconscious mind has been reprogrammed. So it's like they're trying and trying and trying, and like sexual acts are happening, but I'm not releasing, if you get what I'm saying. So it's like my body is knowing better. And another thing is they talk about women attraction or female attraction, but they say that like they sense your pheromones or something like that. And it very well could be that. But I feel like what reigns true to me is that like these quote unquote sex demons will jump into these girls' bodies because like majority of them when you're like going throughout your day at work or when you're going shopping or like when you're just out and about, majority of them they're not really mindful, they're like regulars. So like it's easy for them to get, I don't even want to say possessed, but I guess that's the only word I could use for lack of a better word. And it's like a test. They'll possess the girls and the girls will run up to you and they'll like touch you and do these things, and it's like it's testing your willpower, so to speak. Like, yeah, that's what I feel like it is. You know, and it's only right, it only makes sense cuz like sometimes some of this shit's unexplainable and there's no good reason for them to be acting the way they're acting. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're a person who's spiritually adept and you can like see when people are possessed and you can see the thing entering them, and then like it's like you can see beyond the physical. But that's that. And like with these wet dreams, so to speak, I don't know why I say so to speak, but with these wet dreams, it's like sometimes there's been moments where I've woken up right as I got to that point, and I would feel a presence leave the room. Strange, right? So I don't know what to do about it, but like I said, I feel like my subconscious mind has been reprogrammed to where like these things will happen, and like, you know, um I don't feel like I'm necessarily supposed to be this righteous figure, this holy type of being. I feel like I'm in tune with the darker sides of things. So it's like a side of me wants to give into it, but then there's also another side of me, and I like to call that like the golden side of me. And that's like who I'm striving to become. But the thing is, that person doesn't even exist in this world. So it's like I have to get my virtues in order So whenever the time comes for me to pass this test, that I will be able to be sent to where I need to be, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I feel like I'm already there cuz I'm in the spirit world often, more often than I'm here. And I even went so far as to take it a step further and say instead of the semen retention to go into a mode of celibacy. And that right there really like set the tone. Like, yeah, there's a lot more energy and there's a lot more aggression and there's a lot more of these things. But like I've said in previous videos, my powers never came from this body, you know? So it's like I've never had a real need for this energy. And on top of that, I've always had a whole lot of energy reserves. Like I've always been able to tap into things and be like, and like it kind of like Naruto, how he has a Jinchuriki. Not saying I have a Jinchuriki, but how he like, you know what I'm saying, the nine-tailed fox, he taps into that and then he has like way more chakra than anything else. Something similar in some kind of way, but I don't know. I'm saying that just to say like the subconscious mind is being reprogrammed here. And with these sex demons, this society has been so sexualized. It's whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't think it even plays into that role. I feel like it plays into like that's just the time that we're in right now, to where these succubus and succubus, to where they're running at an all-time high right now. Like they're the ones in power. Like you see, all these things are more perverted now than I feel like have ever been. Whether that's a good or bad thing, you know what I'm saying? It's not for me to judge. It's because it's a natural part of life. It's a natural part of life. But I can see how if you're using it as an addiction, and that's really what happened for me. That's like I had stopped smoking and stopped drinking, just stopped doing drugs all in general. And I was like, you know what, man? Since I'm doing this journey right now just to see if I can stop, let me stop let me stop the sex addiction and things like that as well. Let me like fall all the way back. And I called it my hermit mode. And I'm in like massive hermit mode right now. As you can tell, I got the shirt on my head, you know what I'm saying? But I'm in massive hermit mode. Like I only go out when I need to. If whether it be work or whether it's just to meet up with somebody that's like super low key, like a friend that doesn't hang out with big groups of people, like that'd probably be the only time I go out. Like, but there should be no fear with this whole thing that's happening because like sex demons are just manipulators. They don't really have power like that. That's why they're on you, because they're trying to take your power. How much power do you have? I mean, damn. How many times are you releasing? How much power do you have? Think about it. Like, and then, like I said, they're just manipulators trying to take it. And they can only have it if you give it. So it's like a take and receive. It's like a give and take. It's you allow it to happen. That's one thing that I've realized is like it's being allowed to happen whenever you release, whenever you have a wet dream, it's because you're allowing it to happen. And you can sit here and you can, what I'm saying, you can comment all day and be like, no, no, I'm so and so days in and I don't want to restart. I don't look at it as a restart if you had a wet dream, even if you count days. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you wanted to feel that again. And that thing right there was the thing to be the catalyst for you to do that. So I just wanted to speak on this topic. I know a lot of people speak on semen retention and things of that nature, but I don't think anyone's speaking on it from like, I don't want to say a metaphysical point of view, but just like things like this, like yeah, it's obvious they want to drain your power, but what they're not telling you is how much power do you have, you know? And then it's also saying it's like the more you release, the quicker to death you are. But death is a good thing. So if they're trying to keep you alive longer, what's really going on? And I'm not even, that's just a little, you know, you know, it be like that sometimes.